Hello and welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, hopefully you'll like this video and subscribe below, hit the bell, and like this video for more content like today. I'm going to be going over my goals for the new year for 2020, but more importantly, how I'm going to be implementing those goals so hopefully that they are successful. I'm not super into New Year's resolutions just because many of you, I'm sure, know and agree with this. People say them and then tendency is to not stick to them. So the things I'm implementing are kind of life changes, but at the same time, I'm not sure, it's something I will do forever and ever, but most of the things I'm doing are to improve my learning, my productivity, all of those things, improve where I'm going in a career, just generally mostly mind things. Some of them are a little bit not so much like that. I actually don't have any fitness ones in this video specifically because I'm not implementing my fitness ones in the same way as I am these other goals. And the reason for that is just because I'm already active. I already go to the gym 3 to 5 days a week. I try to do 5, but so my goal really would just be go more consistently and to feel less stressed about it whenever I'm abandoning my schoolwork to go to the gym. But for this video, these are more of how I'm going to implement new goals. So I've already done the fitness thing. I'm still doing it, but these are new goals that I haven't dedicated time to so much previously. If you've been here before, you probably know that my channel is mostly beauty related with just a few occasional study videos. I'm also not that great at posting regularly, but that's one of my goals that we're going to talk about. But aside from that, I'm going to be trying to do more videos related to productivity. So I'm going to kind of say I have a series that's going to be productivity, and so that might have planning, studying, just that kind of thing in it. So if you're interested in that, this video kind of falls under that category, so definitely like this video so I know you want to see it. And if you have any suggestions for the productivity videos, leave them below. Well, my overall goal that pretty much covers all of these smaller goals is to learn more outside of school, so to learn more outside of my degree and to just broaden my perspective. So the first step you should take if you want to achieve goals this year or any time of year, it's really not specific to a new year, is you want to come up with the goals, obviously. But you want to make sure that they're measurable and attainable for you. If you were going to do a diet, you don't want to just say, okay, I'm going to cut out everything. Like, I'm not going to eat any sugars, any carbs, and let's say, you eat ice cream every day right now. That goal is not attainable for you. Really, it's not. You may be able to do it, but chances are, if you don't break within the first day or two, after a month, it's not going to become a long-term thing. So you want to make sure that it's something that is attainable for you. So if you're going from, you used to have ice cream to once a week and now you're going to have it once a month, that's more attainable. Or you're going from once a week to once every 2 weeks. A small change is easier to obtain, and then if that's not your ultimate goal, you can increase it as you go along. You also want to make sure it's measurable. So I'm going to give this example. My mother-in-law said she wants to stress less. Well, while that's a great goal, you probably need to implement small changes to make that goal happen that you can measure, because it's kind of hard to measure, has my stress gone down? And it's also not that attainable to just say, I'm going to stress less. You got to think about what life changes or what small things in your daily routine can you do to change your stress level over time. So once you've chosen these goals, made sure they're attainable and measurable, and also, maybe make sure you know how you're going to measure them. Just because it is measurable, if you don't have a system, you may not follow it. So you want to do those things. And then I suggest writing them down. So you've committed to them, writing them down makes them, you know, this is what I'm gonna do. And so that's the first step. So now I'm gonna tell you what my goals are right now that fall into that main category of what I said: learning more, broadening my perspective, doing more outside of just my classes, which can be really hard considering my classes take up all my time, and whenever I'm not doing them, I just want to watch TV and be unproductive. But I really want to learn more than just the classes I'm taking. I want to do more than that. As I'm talking about these, let me explain. So in my planner, I've got a monthly goals section. So this is more about how I'm going to implement my goals. So my monthly goals section has 4 slots here. Let me show you. And it's right at the front of the month. If you don't have a planner, take a sticky note, tape it to the wall, put it in your phone. Whatever way works for you. So what I am personally going to do is I'm going to choose 1 to 2 of the goals that I have, or something that will help me get to the goal. So, you know, depending on if the goal is something small and attainable, or if it's a larger goal, I'll choose something small that will help me get to it. 1 to 2 new things per month. Now, if you go and you say, you know, I have like 10 goals here, maybe I haven't counted them. If I try and do them all this month, I'll probably fail at all of them because it's too many new things that aren't in my routine that I have to like focus on. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. It's stressful and it's just not as manageable. So I'm gonna introduce, you know, 1 to 2 new goals. Now here are my monthly goals. I have 4 plus a side note goal, but they're not really all new goals. So one of them is maintain A's in all my classes. That's not a new goal for me, but I wrote it down to stick to it because I wanna have A's every month. That way I'm maintaining them. I'm not just working for an A in the end. I want to keep it up the whole semester so that the end of the semester is not as stressful, like trying to get that high B up once it dropped or something like that. So that's a goal I've already had. I've always had that. So that's not new. So I'm going to do, like I said, 1 to 2 new goals, maybe 3, depending on the size of the goal. And I'm going to tell you what those are as I go through this list. So the first one is to post 1 video per week on YouTube. The way I'm going to do that is, my monthly goal is to work on YouTube 10 minutes per day. Now, filming obviously takes more than 10 minutes, but the days I'm not filming, if I just edit 10 minutes and then one day try and upload, work on the upload process for 10 minutes, I should meet that 1 video per week other than the filming time. So that's my goal. If I don't have to edit, maybe I'll try and just look at other people's videos and comment, just do things to promote my channel and interact in the YouTube community. That is one that I may struggle with and I have to write down every day on my to-do list, but I'm going to work on that. The second goal is to have A's at the end of the semester. This is good because I want to learn as much as possible and also be prepared to apply for graduate school and go into graduate school. So, like I've said, my monthly goal here on my monthly goal sheet is to maintain A's by the end of January. Now, my classes don't start till the 13th, so that's only really like 2.5 weeks of learning. But I'm still gonna try and start out every assignment, and try and get that A to start out with. My next goal is to read more books. This benefits me because I want to learn more. So my goal for January is to read 1 book. I'm not the kind of person that reads books on my free time very much, and I started a little bit with it last semester, so it's not completely new. It's not a completely new goal, but it is one that I have not successfully achieved. So this month I am reading Elon Musk. I think it's biography, maybe biography and autobiography. It's written by Ashley Vance. If you don't know, Elon Musk created Tesla, SpaceX, and also Solar City. So I'm going into the technology field. I've read about him a little bit on the internet. I really think Tesla is super cool. And I used to think space was kind of boring and I wasn't interested in it because it was, it's not where I'm at. But recently I've kind of found it interesting. Started reading an astronomy textbook as soon as last semester ended, and so I'm into this. I'm already on page like 37. I'm almost a 10th through, and I just started it yesterday, so I'm gonna try and read this whole thing by the end of January. But since classes don't start for another week, I've got a feeling that I may finish it beforehand. If you guys have any books that you like to read, doesn't matter if it's fiction, nonfiction, yada yada yada, anything that you're into, or even magazines that are informational, because I like those, leave that below, because I am planning on reading one book a month. Some of these goals may change month to month, but that is one that I think I would try to do at least one book a month. So I'm gonna need a book for February, and so if there's anything that you like or want me to read, leave that below. My next goal is to learn a new language. Now, I'm not starting that one out in January because I'm starting new classes. I applied for a part-time job, and like I said, I've got 4 goals on here and another small one it's not as big, and some of them are repeats, but for that reason I'm not introducing that new of a thing right now. Maybe February, maybe even March, I'm going to try to start implementing learning a new language. The reason I want to do that is to increase mental capacity, and also just because it can be useful, possibly in future jobs, maybe just teaching my kids a second language. For many reasons I'm interested in that and have been for a while. Once I do choose that goal though, I'm going to put, something small like 15 minutes a day, or just something small, so it's something I can work on and start building up on my own time. My next goal is to listen to more podcasts, reason being to broaden perspective and also become more well-versed in education and technology fields, as I'm going into technology, and I wasn't that kind of kid in high school that loved gaming and read about processors and CPUs and all these things. I wasn't that person. So a lot of people that go into computer science and stuff like that, they were that person, so they already have some background knowledge. They may have even done code a little on their own. I did none of that, so it's basically like a complete new world for me. So I'm trying to learn as much as I can on my own time to bring me into the field and make me able to discuss the topics that I currently don't know very much about. I don't have a short-term goal for that this month, but I have already been doing it. What I do is I try to listen to it in the shower sometimes. Sometimes you need nothing going on. But I'll choose a lighthearted, 20-minute one while I'm in the shower. There's even like 6-minute and 10-minute ones. Like earlier I listened to one about pop rocks. And are pop rocks dangerous? It talked about how they're created and how one time they blew a door off of a truck. And so that was really cool. I've also been listening to history ones, but a lot of the times I listen to technology, software engineering, artificial intelligence podcasts. For long ones, there's 2-hour ones, 15-minute ones, 50, almost an hour long. What I'll do is I will stick with one for a while. I don't listen to it all at once. I'll get in the car to go somewhere and I'll play it, and then listen to it when I get back in the car, that kind of thing. I don't want it to take over, I don't want to not listen to music, because I think music is good for your brain as well and enjoyable, but I am incorporating that more into my routine. I also want to improve my coding skills. Like I said, I'm not super experienced, and while my classes do go over it, I feel like I still need some extra study. So I also want to improve my problem solving when it comes to coding, not just writing, like knowing the languages. So I am going to implement that into this month, and I want to watch one video on C++, which is the most recent language I've worked with, and I'm going to watch one video on it, whether it be on YouTube or some other learning site, to help refresh what I know and hopefully increase what I know. So that's pretty obtainable in my opinion. One video a week, could be 10 minutes if I'm having a busy week, could be an hour. So I'm going to try and do that. My next goal is to travel more. Last semester I went to Maui, and we live in Hawaii. I pretty much live in Hawaii half the year, in West Virginia like half the year. But I live on Oahu, and so I went to Maui. Maui was different than Oahu. Thoroughly thoroughly enjoy it, want to go back so badly, but I also want to go to new places. So traveling more is not in my monthly goals, but I am already planning on going somewhere this weekend, just a short trip. But I'm going to try and travel more because I want to see more of what is out there, more of life, and it's fun. So that is one of my goals. And then my last goal, small goal, is to improve my knowledge, and mostly with that I'm improving my personal vocabulary. So I've already been doing this for about a year and a half. I've had a little booklet that I would take to class with me when I first started college. Now I'm online, so I don't take it to class. And every time there's a word I heard that I didn't know, I would write in the booklet and define it. So that way I'm improving. Even if the word I'd heard before and could maybe use in a sentence, but really kind of wasn't unsure about the definition, I would even include that. So as that has grown, I forget the booklet a lot. I left it in Hawaii and I meant to bring it. It was on my packing list. But I have a huge list of words in my phone that are meant to be added to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make a computer file and start my own little personal dictionary. That way I can edit it and improve it over time and organize it and change it rather than the booklet that I used to do. So that is my last goal. If you have liked this video so far and you want to see more like this, please give me a thumbs up. I think I already said that. I made some notes because I tend to forget what to say in my videos, and I think I put that more than once. So sorry if I've overwhelmed you with that. I'll try and do better the next video. So yeah, as you've seen, I've chosen one huge goal, separated that into 10 small goals, and then I'm implementing those smaller goals at an even smaller pace by choosing 1 to 2 monthly goals. Yes, I know I did more than that. But my last 5th goal, I'll tell you the monthly goals since I didn't say them explicitly. I told you along the way. Read 1 book for the month, maintain A's, watch a video on C++, the computer language, 1 video per week, work on YouTube 10 minutes per day, and then the last one is check my Penn State app, which talks about athletics at Penn State. Considering I go to school there, I want to know more about the athletic program. And I've had it on my phone for a semester and I never look at it. So I hope that you can take some of these ideas and make some new goals for yourself, or if you already have them, alter them to make them achievable. And yeah, so if you're excited about this new series, definitely let me know. And yeah, yeah, I'm great at outros. I'm just kidding. Alright, well, I'll see you next time. Bye guys.